Yo, yo. It's time. First of all, I have to tell everybody thank you for hopping in. I'm trying something new today. We'll see how it goes. So far, I think it's going pretty good. We do have a new subscriber, so Dawood Carter, appreciate the sub. Hope you guys get something good out of this stream. And what I'm really trying to do, I made a video about it, but I don't know if it's live yet. You'll be seeing a lot of my content shift more towards ADHD, opposed to strictly being an OCPD channel. I notice I get a lot more engagement and interactivity, all of that from the ADHD crowd, and I think it's because OCPD is less known. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try that out. Now, what I wanted to do real quick, we have about 5 minutes where I'll be talking, and after this 5 minutes, we'll do another 20-minute increment of just working. But I wanted to give you all a quick update on what my Azure board looked like. Y'all tell me what you think about this new layout. I'll try something completely new. Got some new lights, Steam, a stream deck, all types of stuff going on. We got some sound effects. Let me see if I can pull the sound out real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull one out. Let me cut the music up. Cut the music up real quick. Try it out. Okay, let's see. Crazy Vlogs, what's going on? Let's see something. We'll try something out real quick. You like it? Let's try it.
I am the game!
That's really loud. It might be loud on your side. Let's see what else we have.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good.
Can you guys hear it? Is it coming through the speaker? Got this one.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That's probably my favorite one. I should play the whole song. All right, so yeah, we got some sound effects. We have some new lights. So you see I have my chill lights right now, and I really don't want to disturb it, but let me show you something real quick. Cut them all off. Cut them all on. Control the brightness. So this lights up the lights right above my head, which you guys can't see. And I can change the temperature. So we can make it cooler, we can make it warmer. And if y'all want to see the cool lights, let me show you the cool lights. These are my cool lights right here. So these are the colored lights. You can move them. You can change the color. They have different animations. But let me cut it up. Let me cut the brightness up on them. There we go. Now you can see. I can do all different types of things with these. So the goal right now, I wanted to spend this week setting up my streaming accounts because I will be streaming a lot more going forward. That is my goal. I want to try. I think I have 4 streams a week now. Let me pull my clock up. Yeah, I think I have 4 streams a week, so we'll be doing a lot more streaming going forward. Take these back up. And right, good. And then let me go back to my Go real quick. Let's get this one back where it needs to be. There we go. Okay, cool. I wish I knew exactly how to set them up, how I had it. I need to learn how to do presets or something. All right, here we go. So let's set up. So about 2.5 minutes left. Let me show you what we have going on. I did a stream on Thursday. Also, when are you going to do a FNAF 2 stream? FNAF 2 is tonight. I will immediately after this stream, which is 9 p.m., and I will be doing this stream until midnight. And at midnight, I'm going to switch streams. So you're going to see me switch to an entirely different YouTube channel and YouTube account. So let me send that over to you just so you have it. I went ahead and made a separate account because I didn't want to mess the algorithm up. So this is where all video games will be played, that channel. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe to that channel, like that channel. And then if you're on Twitch, obviously I'm staying on Twitch, so I'll be on the same exact Twitch. And I posted 2 videos, so check these videos out. We played Fears to Fathom 1 and 2 a couple years back, and I went ahead and uploaded those, but this is the stream for midnight. At midnight, we are playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2, so get ready for that. And now, just going back, Thursday I did a stream where I went over all of my work, showed you how I was doing. I balanced in stuff for my business, stuff for streaming, and stuff for family as well. So now we are sitting at 19. Look at that. This is why I always tell you it's so important for you to have visibility into the stuff you're doing. You want to be able to see how far you come, right? It's that mountain I talk about. You want to be on the mountain with the blindfold off so you can look down, see how far you come, and look up to see how far you have left. So this is what I did this week. 19 tasks. These were not baby tasks, all of them. These were tasks that required a lot of work. And this sprint finishes up tomorrow. I still have 4 of these tomorrow. This one is going to get done when I do the FNAF stream. This is the one I'm working on actively, so right now. And this is one where I'll just get some stats and data tomorrow. So I think we're in good shape. I think we're going to be able to finish everything in our list. And I'm excited. This is the first time I'm opening up a little bit more, showing you guys how I operate my life. Because I know a lot of people have wondered, how do you find time to balance a lot of stuff with ADHD, with OCPD? And these are my strategies, all right? So let's hop back into the stream, another 20 minutes of chill music and quiet. And if you have any questions, just drop questions in the comments. And one more thing, make sure you leave a like. Leave a like for me so that the algorithm can pick this one up, all right? Talk to y'all in a minute.